The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
Right. It is 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked on to the true nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are.
You're crazy.
First and foremost, let's kick this off as we always do. Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us. And we are not just talking about the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, the Tainos and the Kalinagos, because we all know, accept, reiterate, and sing it to the top of our lungs that Columbus lied. But also to our brother in music, Tony Prescott, where the P this week stands for
Papi Show, babe. Papi Show.
Why?
I am convinced we are being Papi Showed.
By who?
Our leaders, office holders, the people who are supposed to be public servants. It's too much. It's just everything, everywhere, all the time. It's too much. I was never one of those Trinidad is not a real place people, but this cannot be reality. This cannot be reality. I ain't really looking to be that guy this week, but this cannot be reality. This cannot be what people lining up to vote for. What people born and grow up to dedicate themselves to. This cannot be it. Somebody punking us. This is Papi Show thing. It's a circus. And the audience. But anyway, that's me. I good day. Oh yeah. Aaron, don't let me start the wildness too early.
Before we get into any kind of discourse and discussion today, on behalf of my family, I'd like to say thank you for all the messages, all the messages of strength, the messages of condolences from anybody that reached out. We want to say thank you to each and every person. Right? I think that's how I want to start today. And that's how I hang in my hat. Because I hang in my hat because there are persons that still reach out. There are persons that still care. There are persons that still show compassion and empathy, as opposed to the nation as a whole that is showing apathy to the fact that we have crossed 250 murders in less than half the amount of days. A nation
250, you say?
I think it's 250 if my memory serves me correct. If not there, we are very close to it.
You were saying a nation that?
And also to a nation that seeks out to lambast our leaders, but not hold them accountable. We are quick to draft and draw memes, but not quick to draft and draw our X's when we head to the polls. We are quick to laugh, but not quick to lament properly. We, as a citizenry of Trinidad and Tobago, need to do better. Because over the weekend, our Prime Minister would have received an honorary doctorate at a university in the US of A. All well and good.
HU?
Yes, HU.
You know, big up JL and Howard T. Because I didn't go there. I just know the correct.
Yeah, right. Our Prime Minister would have received an honorary doctorate there. I tried to stay quiet on this honorary doctorate and that kind of conversation because I honestly don't understand it. But instead of us honoring a gentleman for an accolade, an acknowledgement of his educational acumen, we are lambasting him in a negative way.
Aaron, I'm gonna ask a question here.
Yeah.
And you know, I pride myself on my ability to objectively dissect.
Right.
But I have eyes and feelings and a wallet and other things. Let me ask you a question. I want to know what he getting that have to do with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just say, Tianta can say, hey, Ricardo, hola blay. Because the man honorary. And plus, because you get up, yeah, you people work already here. I get no extra points on when I'm buying my groceries. I don't get good internet. What I'm saying is, how does he, congratulations, huh? But how does he getting that affect me? And as a man who loves my country, I hate that this is how I feel. I hate that this is the light within which I have to view a leader. I cannot even be proud or excited because I see no way in which that affects me. And if I cannot cheer my leader, my representative, then it suggests that there's a disconnection between his victories and mine. And I know plenty of people go vex for that, you know. But they have a time and place for them conversations. Right now, I just want to know. Congratulations, sir. I salute you. Because I know you're man service over your career. But what I'm saying is that how does that impact me? Good for you. But right now, people out here catching the 36. So I kind of reached a point where pomp and ceremony, prices going up because of global issues, but they're not going back down when they're rectified. Gas supposed to be floating. As far as I'm concerned, what it pegged to? Prices from a shortage that we had 6 months ago. But the updates. What I'm saying is good enough. Cool, all well and good. But that is the equivalent I hear it. Neighbor get a new car when the whole street on fire. Maybe it's a good thing my internet giving trouble this evening. But take it away, Mr. William. By the way, we introduced ourselves for the evening.
No, we didn't. Honestly, no, we didn't. But before we introduce ourselves, the view that you expressed there, Ricardo, is the view of many of our Trinidadian and Tobagonian that sits in their home or in traffic on the highway on the way to their abode.
If they have one.
Yeah.
And or if they have a job to be on the way to the abode from.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's I wouldn't say a unanimous decision, but there is a majority decision that the leadership of Trinidad and Tobago is disconnected from the reality of the citizenry. There is no fighting that. I totally and wholeheartedly understand that plight. Because let's face it, as we have expressed here in the living room, those persons of public office, their police escorts flip their sirens on a morning and they fly up the highway while we sit, sometimes in air condition or sometimes not, because air condition is making gas burn faster on the highway, and watch them blow past us. They sit and eat the food which our taxpayers' dollars pay for because of their housing and food allowances. But yet still we continue to suffer. So I understand that our citizenry is not very pleased with the status of our leadership. However, come next 3 or 4 years, whenever that time arises, we have a time span between now and then for proper leadership to probably step up and put themselves up as viable options. And I stress on probably.
You say 3 or 4?
I can't remember.
Is it not due in 2025?
Really? My bad. 2 or 3?
I'll check in.
I think it's 2025 because 2020 we vote.
I know good to see do that here.
Yeah,
another 3? Another 3 or 4? Anyway.
But you know what I will continue to say? Is that we continue to recycle the same politicians and bring them closer and closer to us, just like the garbage and the dump in Port of Spain is getting closer and closer to the highway. We need to take stock of what is taking place in our country and start to make changes. Because if we continue to sit and wallow in the refuse that is the current leadership, both government and opposition, it's best we really just continue to wallow in this pit of nothingness.
Don't get me wrong, my country is a beautiful place, but we're not doing a good job of taking care of it. My people are beautiful people, but we're stretching and stressing them to breaking points. You're a land rich with human and natural resource, but it's not being distributed and utilized in a manner that generates the maximum benefit to the maximum number of recipients. We are a country that is suffering from rot and corruption. We are a country that is suffering from selfishness and see-about-me-ism.
That's a word?
We see-about-me-ism. I don't know, but I'm gonna hashtag it, and if it pick up, well, then we know where it come from. What I'm seeing here, and here the catcher, I'm gonna see it. The people who go into private healthcare facilities have a very different understanding of what health is in Trinidad and Tobago, as opposed to the people who have to deal with public healthcare. Now, if you know you're gonna get escorted into a compound, right, and your bill going to be paid by, the people that you're working for, you can understand the people who have to go and line up for 2.5 hours just to get a number that early enough for them to try to not get bunks until the next clinic date. You don't understand what it is to stand up on that tent for an hour before numbers even start to give out. Because when it come after that, it's a first come, first serve. And if you don't get a date that day, well then, God willing, you'll catch one next week or you'll catch one the next month. So it's working for you. You're not stuck in traffic. You have escorts. Right? When your children get in trouble, you could pick up your phone and get them out of it, as opposed to police having to come breaking down doors looking for them, or peppering them in the street when they catch them in some dotishness because they didn't have enough of. vests. Right? What I'm saying is it's very different for the haves and the have-nots, and Trinidad and Tobago has gone from a place that had a middle class and that just have people that don't have. And the seaboard meism mentality is, if I true is to seaboard myself so I could get out. You could fight up with it so that your children could start lives abroad and your grandchildren could visit. And we stuck here trying to salvage what is left with what remains. And don't get tired. I am not affiliated with any particular party. I will call it as I see it across the board. But right now, it have party cards filling them potholes, you know. So of course, because their road has been paved by blind loyalty, by a lack of accountability, by a population that says, well, what I go do, boy? And don't even get me started on the feelings of the opposition to hold the elected in check. We have this culture of bacchanalia and malarkey. We like too much jamishness. But no, we are not talking about the people and them party, yeah? The people and them who was playing the music so loud the other day that my curtains were vibrating. But we could get into that.
It wake you up too?
We like too much. I mean, Aaron. I mean, I dream in music. I said, nah, man. Not anyway. As soon as we like too much lacquerating, we like too much keep and key. $200 date, get everybody attention and go on viral. And we cross 200 murders without a peep. Anyway, Aaron, I thought it was supposed to be a light episode. What are we doing to people?
We actually didn't even introduce what we was talking about. So now, actually, no, there's one more thing. There's one more thing I really need to say about all of this. I don't even know how to start it from. In my loving and my lovely country, where dogs bark only when you decide to speak. All the time the dog quiet, you know. As soon as I my mouth to talk, you want to
all the time, you know.
All the time. And I feel like I get loose because I get closer. Anyhow,
yeah, you're not dog on the air desk, you know.
No, I am totally afraid of dogs. I am so afraid of dogs. It's not funny, guys. In my lovely country, guys.
That's how I feel about bailiffs.
What?
No, go ahead. We listening in your lovely country, guys.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought I heard you say something. I was getting worried. In my lovely country, guys, where roads only get paved once every 5 years. The road down by me was paved recently. Once every 2 years or something like that?
No, twice every 5 years, because remember, it have a general election in between. Not
no.
general, a local.
No. Once every 5 years. And in the words of Mr. Brian London, you asked the question, when last you see an MP? Because I have moved in this area over 8 years now, and I've seen my MP twice. And both occasions,
MP is not Brian Ketchup?
Both occasions, he was whisking past me in his police escort through the bad road.
Pop.
But the road was paved recently. In my country, we show such little maintenance that the road was paved recently. And within 3 days, it's in a deplorable state already. Not because the workers against smooth asphalt came and dig it up, but because there was no retaining wall to maintain the road.
It's true the majority of our contractors in Guyana making money, which is why they don't want to take government work down here.
The question that was asked by Ricardo Mitchell is of Ricardo Mitchell only and not of Aaron Williams.
Boy, is that Is a question.
That's what
Is a question.
The question was asked by you, not me.
Here and I not looking to iron no clothes, you know. I legitimately ask out of ignorance. It wasn't even accusatory. Accusatory. I think I seen that too many times now. But
Yes.
yeah. Pronounce that word for me there?
Right? But the point I'm trying to make, guys, if we want to do our work, let me do it properly. Don't just do the work to say complete the work. Don't just build the box train because they pay you to build a box train and then 2 foot down the road or 3 meters down the road, the box train collapses because you didn't put on a good foundation. Don't build the drain now to make sure you can work in 5 years to build it again. That is the same thing I just constantly talk about when we're talking about recurrent expenditure. When we're spending the same money on the same projects every 5 blasted years. You know how much years
I've watched men paving road. The paving road and they'll pave around a rim, you know. Because their job is not to move whatever they see in the road to pave.
Just to pave it.
They will pave what unobstructed. I actually see them pave around rubbish already, you know.
Don't get me started on the rubbish, but let me finish this point. I have seen contractors trying to fix the Superior River down by Gold City in the back of Coconut Drive for the past 10 years. And every time there's a heavy rain, it is still flood. How are we expected to progress when we are still fixing the same problems? We are already facing a problem with square pegs and round holes as our leadership. Why are we still facing a problem with incompetent contractors only focused on misusing national coffers or regional coffers?
I like to iron by.
No,
Are you accusing contractors of ineptitude and misuse of public funds?
Don't believe me.
I doubt that's what you do there.
Don't believe me. Go to Maracas when a heavy rainfall and watch how the car park is flooded.
I agree with you. It's too much, Bay. Too much.
And as I mentioned, garbage.
What's going on, Bay?
As I mentioned, garbage.
Garbage.
Kudos to the garbage men, the sanitation engineers, the gentlemen that keep our communities clean, for coming and picking up our garbage on a nightly or bi-nightly or twice a week, whatever occasion it may be in your community. However, I ask you, the citizenry of Trinidad and Tobago, to ensure that you put garbage in a bag. And don't just leave it on the side of the road or just throw the empty bottles in the bin, because it piles up. If you are using your neighbor's garbage bin, please treat it as your own, or if you had one. Put the things in a bag, because the garbage men, they don't pick up loose garbage.
It's not retail garbage, man, guys. Come on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But that was just alright. That was actually real
But
funny.
it's not retail.
That was real funny.
Tell it, bag it.
Bag it, right? Bag
Bag
and
it,
tag.
guys. Oh.
Tag and bag, whatever you want to do.
Bag and bag.
Bag and bag. And double bag if it have glass, or if it's glass, please put it in newspaper. Or
Yeah, I can take that. Correct is right.
If you don't have newspaper, them gift bag that you're storing from since 1997, put it in that and then put it in the garbage bin.
Aaron, you have Y2K gift bags, or?
Yes, I do, because I am gift bag Banton. If you ever receive a gift from me that is wrapped, know that the wrap box is the gift.
And I will have you know that I have received gifts from Aaron that were unwrapped, but that is only because they were boxed rotis.
No, well, I'm not gonna say the
Paratha.
The paratha was still wrapped.
Dal pri. Paratha.
No, but really and truly,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
one of the things that stood out to me over the past couple weeks is the fact that we, as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and as citizens of humanity, we lack a level of personal responsibility. From since the start of the panini, which is now just a nini.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? You see
Yeah,
where I'm
yeah.
going there?
Yeah. The
We lacked-
WHO says no longer a global health concern.
Right? We lacked a level of personal responsibility, which existed long before the pandemic, and it will continue to exist long after. But we, this generation of humanity that walks this earth today, we have to do our part to make our earth better, to make our living situations better. And I'm talking about our immediate surroundings, keeping your yard clean, keeping your drain in front of your house clean. If you could recycle. Don't use styrofoam.
Aaron, I think it's time.
For what?
I have enough gray hair and I have enough short pants and cut off jeans to do it now. It's time for me to start getting up on a Saturday morning and cleaning the drain in front of my house with a short cutlass. I think I'm old enough to be one of them guys that
You had to get one of them small bench, huh?
you know. Yeah, that is where I could get a small bench, man. If anybody know where I could get a small bench so I could start trimming the little weeds and cleaning my little stretch of road, let me know. But I think it's time.
Yeah, because we honestly,
It's time. That's the example I had to set.
we lack that level of responsibility in maintaining our surroundings, guys, and we need to do better. I think we have been ranting for about 25 minutes now about national issues, and you all still don't even know that you all are locked into the living room on the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM with yours truly, DJ Aaron. I remind you that culture is my code, alongside my bro with no fro.
Ricardo Mitchell, the social sage, the metaphor king.
Father,
Yeah. Or the analogy prince.
help your children.
Mhm.
Though they might fall.
Hey, when is the war, boy?
The war was last night. Off the road, Jesus.
But what did you?
Yeah, the war was last night. Honestly,
All right. Wait. And you here?
yeah.
So if you still here, that mean now don't do me that. Candace, okay?
As you brought that up, I want to thank everybody.
Kenworth?
Kensworth. I want to thank everybody that tuned in last night to that Calypso clash. It was one for the ages. It was really a very nice experience to clash with a man with 45, but as I said, 4 plus 5 years equal 9 experience in the Calypso industry. It was really a treat for you, the listeners. Somebody win and somebody lost, but the true winners was you, the listeners, for that level of education which you all were exposed to last night.
Yeah, no get tired. The only reason I ask is so that it could be like a very sexy segue now.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we could say sexy before 9 o'clock?
Well, boy, I play
them kind of rules still apply?
a Lord Shorty last night called The Art of Love Making. I hope there were no children listening to that song. It's not appropriate for kids at all. Whew.
Hey, it's sun going down, eh? Hey, Mr. Williams, listen. I know I've been a little hot under the collar, But it's because we're in the midst of, is it really a heat wave? Like, has it been sanctioned a heat wave, or the place just hot?
I think the place just hot, honestly, but because this past week I think I sweat out all the liquor I would have consumed.
Rum you drink last week?
Yeah, boy.
Heat wave Trinidad and Tobago. Heat wave Trinidad. Let me see what come up. Sorry, hot spell watch.
What's the difference between a heat wave and a hot spell?
Apparently, a hot spell is had
Okay.
a hot spell. Wait, nope, it's not even an official hot spell. Listen, why can't I find more information? Why can't I find more information? I see Loop TT here mention a heat wave, but that was April 30th. Hear me now, 30th. Aaron, what has happened to us, babe?
What has happened to you?
Where hath our diction departed to? Oh, why am I comfortable saying 30th instead of 30th? But what happened? I'm not taking this thing too serious. You know what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to take this more serious. That is the plan going forward. I think I've become too lackadaisical in my approach to this running commentary. I think I'm going to better utilize the opportunity that I have with more vigor and more diligence. That's what I'm going to do. No more 30-odds. Unless it's 30-odd. I'll come in for them, Iran. Look out for it. Let me sit down properly and think so I could open up the chest cavity and I could, put it out there now. Pronunciate and thing. Yeah, serious time now. That's serious. That's serious. I realize I can't be ranting and then, not carrying myself in a manner that can't be taken seriously. What am I, like a local politician? Anyway, I take people and relax myself, yes.
You know who is taking things seriously right now? One, Mr. Levi Garcia. He can add to his resume, his footballing resume, the league champion of Greece.
Congratulations. Big up Levi, man.
Yeah.
Any other footballing congratulations you want to extend?
No.
No?
No.
Not the teams that might have won the leagues already?
No.
No? Nothing like that?
No.
Alright, cool.
I must
over the past
also...
couple of days here, and I know you've been navigating some things. I wanted to mention that Ingrid had sent word. I believe she was commiserating with Golden State's exit.
Oh, basketball. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I heard so.
Yeah.
Well done to LeBron and Reeves. Yeah, well done to Reeves.
And what's the next? Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie Walker the third.
Lonnie Walker the fourth.
I think he was the
He's
third.
not the fourth?
I think he's the third. I think I saw.
No. I think it's the fourth, man.
Yeah, because he only is playing the fourth quarter apparently.
Yeah. Nobody even talk about AD. Anyway.
Congratulations going out to Sana and Soleil Frederick. They put on personal best times in the 200-meter girls dash with 23.39 and 23.41 at a meet in the US of A.
You know, have anything to congratulate Manu on?
I'd like to congratulate Manchester United on being Manchester United and botching possible third place in the Premier League and now fighting for fourth.
Yeah, nice, man.
And as much as it hurts my heart, I must congratulate probably the one or two genuine Barcelona fans that I know, Mr. Jason Gomez, because apparently he
Big up the mayor of Monaco.
Yeah, the mayor of Monaco, Jason Gomez, he bleeds the red of Barcelona. And also to my co-host Ricardo Mitchell, the only two Barcelona fans who actually talk genuine football and not just are blinded by the Blaugrana.
Yeah, that's that I know a lot more, and they just don't even bother to engage in Arab anymore because it don't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, big up Mesquite Club.
Yeah,
big up Escabasa.
This is all your first title in how much years?
Ease them up. We're moving on here.
No, I just
culture. Like that sports thing.
No, just asking.
Look at that sports thing.
No, asking, genuinely asking. This is a real question.
Yeah, we leave that where it is now.
Because Manu hasn't won a league title in like 10 years.
No, we ain't so bad. I think we win one since Messi gone, no?
Right, so see? And Messi only gone 2 years.
And if I'm not mistaken, don't make it song sooner. I want to say only 2 years, no? We ain't counting the 19, no?
That song, like if you say West Indies will win a world title in like 6 years. Come on.
Speaking of you watching IPL?
Of course I am. But as end up reading it most days because I can't find a site to stream it anymore. Big up the US government for blocking all these streaming sites.
Gasp. In astonishment. Yeah, it really getting sticky, Tom.
Yeah.
It's getting tricky. Anyway, let me not. Plus Pirates. You and I. Back in the day, we would try to make a little cultural appearance and thing too, as much time as they had before. I just want to acknowledge, as a huge fan of literature, particularly West Indian literature, there's a production of A Brighter Sun by Irie Theatre running from Thursday, I believe, this Thursday the 18th, right? Till the 21st of
Which
May.
part?
Naparima.
Alright, that sounded like a flicker though.
Yeah, I think Thursday during the day would be the and I think general audiences is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. School shows are $60. Those are $150.
And that's not a bad price though.
Yeah, so
At the same price
I'll play that. Yeah.
Because you realize movie tongue raised the price.
Yeah, the same price. I would not have realized. I go to cinema so irregularly, I can't even tell when they raise the prices or not.
I actually didn't know.
That's what's going on.
I ended up finding out via social media post. Hey man, but I saw we rule now.
Yeah.
We don't
finding out things on the internet as opposed to in real life.
Exactly. You know?
Me in the future, Aaron.
Exactly.
The robots taking over.
And AI.
They don't take over. What you tell them now?
Right here now, as you mentioned AI, I still don't understand how we have AI apps now that write entire theses, if that's a word for you.
Theses, very.
Thank you. Theses. It sounds better.
Theses.
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 But yet, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
But yet still, YouTube cannot play as a background app.
There's your concern.
Yes, it is.
That's it.
You know,
all the shit we talk aside. Bear with me. I want to acknowledge a technological advancement, right? Apparently, you could pay maintenance and fines and the traffic infractions and such through Lotto Boots?
Serious?
I believe so.
Why I didn't know that?
I can't remember the name, but I can't. Wait. You paid maintenance last week?
No, I paid that ticket.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because there's two things I mentioned that you could. You sure?
Yeah, I paid that ticket.
But you know what? I'm sure it had to be a ticket because you are the kind of man, Aaron, that had you fathered a child, you would not be forced by the state to support said child. So you know what, you're right. It was a ticket.
Correct, that's right.
It had to have been a ticket. That's what we say.
Correct, that's right.
That's what we say. In fact, I should call you Samuel Selvon. Because if there's anybody would have a brighter son, it's you.
Father,
Mm-hmm.
help your children. Ricardo has
I don't know.
fallen by the side of the road.
I think it's sleep deprivation, but and that coffee wearing off. But yeah, on a serious note though, I believe, oh gosh, if I could find an article in time, the way my internet giving trouble. But I believe that you could pay maintenance and your traffic violations via NLCB Lotto Boots.
I know you could pay.
Curiously, no.
I know you could pay at TT Post, right?
Serious?
Because yeah, I paid mine at La Romaine last week.
Court pay. That is what court pay vouchers available at Lotto Boots. Mm-hmm.
Or you could also pay online at courtpay.ttlawcourts.org. You could pay maintenance, you could pay fines, and you could also pay practicing fees.
So you're telling me I could go and put $10 on 36 and drop a 40 on Lil Ricky? Oh my gosh. I feel we're gonna get in trouble for this episode, you know. What are you talking about? Listen. You know, Aaron, I just realized something. And no, bear with me. Eh? Ricardo is Spanish for Richard. Right? You know what is the accepted shortened nickname for Richard? Wait, come on, how many people I'm saying now? I was just thinking, if you and I had sons and I named my son Richard, it would be little Dick and little Willie running around, you know. You realize what is going on there? Because Dick is short for Richard and Willie is short for Williams.
It just got less funny.
I hope nobody think that I meant. I just say now. If anybody thought anything else, well, blame it on nicknames.
Oh my gosh.
But it just hit me. So weird.
I laughed that much.
What are the odds of that? Wait now. I had a jam Richard when we see him. I just realized what all this man nicknames. Anyway.
I thought just gone.
I might edit stuff.
I thought just gone hit some talk for being a Chelsea fan. Because after spending $600 million, they are closer to the relegation battle in the English Premier League as opposed to the top of the table. That seems to be that's like a poor investment.
Jared, if only wanted to give, if somebody was to pay me $600 million to perform inadequately, I don't even want to say fail because I don't know what the objectives were. Right, but to the Chelsea fans that I do know out there, and I would love to big up You know, men like Devon Whittier. Devon, how you going, bro? You alright? Mark Braffett. You okay, sir? This is coming from your friend, Barcelona fan and league winner Ricardo Mitchell, who only laughed at last season when we activated financial levers. Alright? Man like Zephyrin. Mark Zephyrin, you alright, brother? I just want to know if you good. And because we have listeners all over the world, I have to ask, how my good friend, my brother in the walk, Gary Sibaran going by? I want to know how these Chelsea fans going. All alright? All alright? I just asking. When your side scampering in 15th and 16th place and all them kind of thing, and you're coasting because you might have a game inside, what I'm saying is all alright, boy. This can't be what all envision.
You know, is the sad part in it all? All Chelsea games for the rest of the season is against top of the table teams.
So if would Chelsea have the opportunity to salvage the season as giant killers? Go Chelsea. Bottom of the table, Chelsea defeats top flight. Who knows? I'm just happy for them. I'm just happy for them fellas for being true fans and sticking by their sides.
I ain't laughed this much in a while in order.
You're welcome, Aaron.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh good now, but after the way I start, I had to take it down a bit.
They play Wolves.
Well, I'm on TikTok now.
What?
I'm on TikTok.
Oh gosh. Fam.
I'm on TikTok, Aaron. Yeah, and I'm jamming them too.
Well done for you.
Dozens and dozens of views.
Only 12? 30.
No, the real nice TikTok response, man. The community seems to be appreciating the loaded topics that I comment on and the manner in which I do it.
I saw you posted one recently that stillness is not stagnant.
Yeah. That's those types of musings, no.
Yeah, that's actually
those types of musings.
It's actually a very powerful message. And as we are getting close to the hour 7 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago, I just want to be transparent with the listeners of WAP 90.1 FM as we're looking to wrap up. Carnival 2023 was just about 3 months ago. And I am only now beginning to mentally, emotionally, and physically catch myself from that season. Similar to a message that was portrayed in last week's episode of Ted Lasso, that footballers are people too. You need to remember that your entertainers are people too. We need breaks. We need to sit in stillness. But we also need to remember that stillness is not stagnant. Because if we don't look after ourselves, we can't continue to produce the quality content, be it mixes, songs, or even videos for you to enjoy. So, to everyone, you need to be a little more caring and considerate of your entertainers and your media personalities or the social media influencers within your sphere. Because just like you, they are people too. They have private lives and they also are navigating issues just like you.
Well said, sir.
But Ted Lasso,
well said. When the season is over, I will look at it. I will binge watch when the season is over.
Also,
God willing, I'll have time to do so.
Also, for the people that has been watching the episodes and the movies before everybody else and choosing to post spoilers, we in 2023 already. Stop that stupidness now.
I give up my anti-spoiler campaign, yes. It is what it is.
I have
to want to be first and
I had to know what happened in Guardians of the Galaxy before I went and watched it.
Have a little button called unfollow and another one called snooze. Just saying. You're not feeling philosophical, but hey, as I mentioned that entertainers are people too.
What happened here?
No, we interviewed Jill and I interviewed DJ Charlotte last week. So the first episode of season 3 of Chit Chat with 2 T's is gonna drop this weekend. And DJ Charlotte joined us. It was an awesome episode. I really starting to enjoy creating this positive long format content. You know, we recorded in real life. You know, it's not virtual. It was on site at a location, and I was really excited about being able to put the experience that I've gotten recording living room episodes in real time. Big up Franz for kicking us off with that last year, and it's just encouraging to see that little bit by little bit the changes can occur, the progress can be made. So if you find it coming on hard on yourself this last round for what you're not seeing, give yourself a break. Sometimes growth is internal before it's external. At least that's the best kinds of growth anyway. So even if you're not seeing anything changing, that don't mean that's something not happening. Ease up yourself. Ease up yourself. I'm also glad that you're beginning to get yourself here. You remember that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So let me take a little time to pay attention to how we actually do it. Took you?
Took me long enough, honestly.
Cool. You'd mentioned the other day, good music.
The song Ricardo is coming out from Q Major. It's entitled Toppy. I would have interviewed him a couple weeks ago on the Friday Night Line, all right? So you can check that out as we close off. But as I end off today, I remind you that culture is my code, as I proved to each and everybody last night inside that clash. I pulled tune all, I didn't think I know. And before I want to say thank you again to some representatives of Tuco, Ras Commander, Terry Lyons, and some other friends of mine, and a special thank you as well going out to my family for some of these selections which I would have pulled last night. Right? And I always tell you that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know that you love them, guys. Because really and truly, you don't know which day is going to be their last, and you want to show them that love while they're still around to smell the roses. All right? Over to you, Ricardo.
Yo, guys, short and sweet this last round because I do enough talking for this session to put me in trouble for the rest of the month. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to other people. I'm not saying be nice, you know. Nice is performative. I'm saying be kind. Right? Everybody dealing with something out here. And even the people who look like they have it easy have a different level of challenge to deal with. So give yourself a break. Give somebody else a break too. Alright? Guys, the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains. So whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe. And to quote Aaron from 2018 come up, stop your styrofoam. Stop it. Alright guys, we're gonna have a very challenging rainy season ahead of us in one way or another. Either it's gonna be hot and dry, or it's gonna be bad and floody. Alright, let me do our part to properly steward our environment so that we don't have to go through the same thing year after year and then blame the ineptitude of politicians for us just not having any brought up seed. I'm saying they're responsible for a lot of things, but it's not everything is their fault. Hold yourself accountable. And don't forget, Samuel Serpon, A Brighter Sun. Big up words. Big up books. Big up teachers. Big up actors. Yeah. Big up culture. Mr. Desmond is up next with the Big Bang. That correct, Aaron?
Yep.
Alright. Nice man. Mr. Desmond, take it away. Keep it locked.
Yeah. A Q major. I wait time again, and
Man was born for the top.
take the lyrics off. And
Man was born for the top. Boom. Man was born for the top. On another level, can't flop. Just set him lesson, Jesse rock. Tell my mama she press walk. My anointing them can't stop. Tell the whole lot that we run them up. Man was born for the top. On another level, can't flop. Just set him lesson, Jesse rock. Tell my mama she press walk. Yo, she press walk. Yo, born as I get to it, man, know the struggle, can't dilute it. Poverty mixed with Canberry, that shot very barry. One style of badness, them juvenile, them carry heavy. Preacher man say God that come soon, it looking scary. Who would have buy dreams and show us more to life than semi? Matic and Terry know how we build a house for granny on the hillside. But the get a youth a shine like Perry. Tyler man not job pick me. In my going out and my coming in, tell bad mind. They can't stop my wings, yo. Man was born to be great and we give Jah the praise, yo. In everything, man was born for the top. On another level, can't flop. Just set him lesson, Jesse rock. Tell my mama she press walk. My anointing them can't stop. Tell the whole lot that we run them up. Man was born for the top. On another level, can't flop. Just set him lesson, Jesse rock. Tell my mama she press walk. Yo, she press walk. Aye, dreamer, man a prison seamer. Who got the keys? Every gets a youth wanted a beamer. Who really believe? Just a couple of men dogs. They are my ambition. Walk solo with a cut up jeans and a wallabies. Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Killer on my FM show, we got a shower down a blessing. Mommy say me different and the angels keep me company. Ain't no stopping me, them never bet on me. But yeah, what? I say me fly with the eagles, them we fly, yo. I'll me still smile with dirty bad mind, yo. And every time you see me, things it on a rise, yo. Anywhere you see me, call me top. Man was born for the top. On another level, can't flop. Just set the blessing, Jesse rock. Tell my mama she press walk. My anointing them can't stop. Tell the whole lot that we run them up. A man was born for the top. On another level, can't flop. Just set the blessing, Jesse rock. Tell my mama she press walk. Yo, she press walk. Yo. Top living, top fashion, Exco sign, top winnings and top and things, Jah keep on blessing ya. Top living, top fashion, Exco sign, top winnings and top and things, Jah keep on blessing ya. Jah keep on blessing ya. Jah keep on blessing ya. Higher than higher than higher than higher than higher.
top.